Here is another example, very similar to the ones that we've done in the previous video. And this is the kind of question that will appear in challenge 2. So let's take a look at what we know already, what we are told. So we are told that the perimeter is 24. That means that all 4 sides will add to be 24. We're also told that this top side is 10 centimeters. If I think back at what information I know about rectangles, I know that opposite sides are equal. Therefore, I know that this bottom side is also 10 centimeters. And I also know that this side is equal to this side, so they will be the same lengths. Okay, let's add the total sides that I know. So 10 and 10, 20. So I know 20 is created by these 2 parallel lines, and I know my total needs to be 24. So think about what's the difference between 20 and 24, and the difference is 4 centimeters, and that needs to be divided between this side. It needs to be shared equally between these 2 sides. So if I divide this number 4 by 2, that means that this side gets a 2, this side gets a 2, and then we can just check by adding all the sides together now to see if it makes 24. So 10 and 10 is 20, plus 2 is 22, plus another 2 is 24, so that we know for sure 2 is the missing value here. Okay, this question is similar to the kind of questions you're going to find in challenge 3 today. It's all about missing angles, using the information that you've learned over the last few lessons about angles in a triangle and angles in a right angle. You're going to use that information now to find out what's missing. So let's start by thinking about angle A. It's within a rectangle. And I know that all angles inside a rectangle are right angles. That means they add to 90 in total. This one's been broken into 2 halves, but I know that when I add both together, it should give me 90. So I need to think about what will go with the 40, what will add to the 40 to create a 90. So if I just show you this now, we could say that 40 plus this A, which we don't know yet, is 90. So hopefully our brains can make the connection that A must be 50 because 40 plus 50 is 90. So A is 50 degrees. That's not very good. Okay, so I know that this is 90 as well, this right angle. Let's label everything that I know. There we are. Okay, I can now start to think about this one here, labeled with C. Now, if you remember from the last lesson, the internal angles, so A, we call this one B, and C, all 3 of them will make 180 total. So let's think about how much I've got already. I've got a 90 and I've got a 50. So that creates, if I add them together, those 2 angles are 140. And what complements 140 to make 180? I count forward in 10, so 150, 160, 170, 180. That's counting forward 40 extra. So the inside of this triangle now, the internal angles make 180 which is perfect because that's what they always make inside a triangle. And I can do the same with this bottom triangle here as well. Let's look at what I know already. I've got a 40 and 90. If I add them together, it gives me 130. Now I need to try and think what will complement the 130 to make 180, because the internal angles always make 180. So we can count forward in tens. So start with 130 in my mind, 140, 150, 160, 170, 180. That was counting 5 jumps of 10. So the missing angle must be 50. Yeah. We can check our answers as well really easily. We can put all our angles on top of each other. So we have 90, 40, and 50. If we've done our math correctly, they should add to 180. So of course we've got the 3 zeros there. And we've got 9 and 4, 13, plus 5, 18. Carry the 1 and bring it down. Perfect. Here's one more question, similar to what you'll find in challenge 3 today. This time we are given an angle of 20 degrees here, and we can see that it's inside a rectangle, so we know that each corner makes a right angle. So this needs to total 90. So we know that 20 plus the unknown angle will make 90 degrees, a right angle. So we just need to think about what will go with 20 to create 90. So that angle there must be 70, because 70 plus 20 is 90. So we know that that one is 70 there. Okay. If you feel comfortable with these last 2 questions, then please do give challenge 3 a go.